Mame fa na say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there o say dem yopo.
You are just delving into tricky politics. This is basic and this is clear that you are being biased. You are doing pure politics. In 2021, Madam Tokonu was on the Supreme Court panel that threw away the SAL. Was the SAL issue not also an exceptional circumstance? SAL, over 30,000 people were disenfranchised. The Electoral Commission deliberately decided to take them out of the elections. Madam Tokonu, you were on that panel. You did what? At the end of the day, what you did was that you did not, at the end of the day, that panel that threw away the case, were you not part of the panel? So you want to tell us that today, the MPs who are voluntarily, they have decided to go independent and forfeiting their own seat in parliament and also forfeiting their membership in their own respective parties, in their party, Today you are telling us, because you are MPP and they are forfeiting their seat, the Speaker of Parliament does not have the right to declare their seat vacant, but you have the right to tell us, the people of SAL, under special circumstances, they don't deserve to be heard and to vote, because you were sitting on the panel in 2021. And what did you say? You said the people of SAL, and your special circumstance, it was thrown out of the window. But today, you are so angry, you are sweating, and you are trying to make it look like these 3 MPs or 4 MPs who voluntarily decided to go independent, knowing the rules on the ground, knowing their own respective parties. Omankasa political party, the rules on the ground that when the moment you declare that you are not going to go on their ticket, you forfeit your membership. You today, you are defending those people. What about the people of SAL? The people of SAL, you sat on that committee, that panel, and threw the case out. Wasn't it a special circumstances? Wasn't it Ghanaians who have been disenfranchised? Wasn't it the same Ghanaians who pay taxes for you to be able to feed your family every month? You see, the biasness in this Chief Justice, right? The deliberate biasness and the corruption that has engulfed this our court at time. And I say this because you see, we have a Supreme Court made up of party foot soldiers who are selective about in seminal which one they want to pick and which one they don't want to pick. Now, look at this. Let me read this to you. So you see, in her ruling, she hid behind the word special circumstances. This particular word, exceptional circumstances, she hid behind exceptional circumstances. The question is, SAL, 30,000 people, wasn't it an exceptional circumstance? They were being denied. So if today some people you are saying are being denied, were SAL people not being denied? But you sat on the panel and threw away because they were NDC supporters. Now, let me read this to you. And this has got to do with a SAL case. Madam Tokonu was sitting on that panel. This woman, a double-faced woman. You can't trust her. This is it. Supreme Court dismisses SAL case. 2021, 30th March, Madam Tokonu was sitting on that panel. Now, SAL, wasn't it an exceptional circumstance? Anna Emrano, we choose which part to use and which way to use it and which people to please with the law. That in 2021, you sat on the Supreme Court, a panel, and threw away SAL's application. Was it not an exceptional circumstance? 30,000 people. You denied them from voting. You did not let them choose who to lead them. They don't have an MP. Today you sit in the Supreme Court and you're making it to look like when you read the story, this is what the story says. The 7-member panel that reviewed the decision of the original 5-member panel stated that no error of law were committed by the judges to merit setting aside the decision. The original 5-member panel was presided over by Justice Yawa with Justice Samuel K. Mafo, Sao, Gertrude Tokonu, Clemens Hunyuga, and Isifu Umoro Tanko. Justice Hunyuga was later replaced by Justice Lovelace Averill Johnson, with Justice Yoni Kulendi and Professor Henrietta Mensah Bonsu added to constitute the 7-member panel. You were part of the panel that threw out the SAL case. Today you are here sweating under your breast, making it look like you love every Ghanaian and that you are the mother for all. The same woman who, in quotes, murdered 30 people from not choosing their own leader. Today you are here screaming and getting every part of your body wet because your darling boy Afar and your president that you are licking his butt, their party members have been touched in parliament. God in his own wisdom will judge every one of us. Let me give you the breaking news after this short break. Breaking news. I have 7 questions to ask. And let me put this on record. In fact, my man call me breaking in the breaking news, I'll ask 7 questions. Remember, Sir Judge, 5 days. In fact, I'll give that judge till the 11th of November. The same 11th of November, Alban Bagbin, Speaker of Parliament, that is the same day I'm also going to come out with my answers from this question. Mema Judge Krona or Supreme Court or your bar, no, me be 7 questions. Now these 7 questions, Sir Judge Namba Bontine Ambe answer questions we are on the 11th of November. Now you say Mo Babet Alban Bagbin, Speaker of Parliament issue no so ama afenyomakin ama MPP we know. The same day is the day that I will also be answering the questions. Sir, who Sir Obana was Supreme Court no. So I answer questions where the only person who can stop this is my mother or my father. Mr. Papa Anyashia Bonia your friend Boni Anyashia. After this short break, I will ask the breaking news questions. Tim.
My life wasn't always like this. I worked in a bank and had money in bonds to cushion me for the future. Then, with a stroke of a pen, my life was destroyed. My bank was part of the 420 financial institutions which the MPP government recklessly collapsed. What was to become the life of the workers? No one in this insensitive government cared. And suddenly, I was jobless. Their incessant borrowing also led to a debt restructuring program that affected me, and just like that, a significant portion of my lifetime investment vanished. Even worse, my lifetime savings from 30 years of hard work has been rendered useless due to the continuous depreciation of the city and extremely high cost of living in the country. Now, look at me. The fruits of my toil and sweat have all gone down the drain because of bad leadership. What to eat with my children is even a struggle. God, help me and the many who share in my pain. Let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. Change must come.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
You are still listening, or you are still live on Loud Silence TV. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. This is the last segment of today's show. Papa Anyashia, Bonnie Anyashi. This segment, Sa Ena, your friend. Your first segment, we Papa Anyashia, Bonnie, your friend Bonnie, and also Anyashi. So I have 8 questions. In fact, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 questions for a year. One of the women judges at the Supreme Court. Now, let me put this on the screen first. These are all the women are almost Supreme Court, so I'm going to keep this on the screen. Senebeya, when I put the questions out, all the women at the Supreme Court, obia dinwum into obia NTA. Why are they we concerned? No, be honest with yourself. Come out and let the people know. Resign. before it gets murkier. I'm not threatening anybody. I am just saying, so it will be better for all of us to protect our integrity. Okay. Emma Omo Ghana Supreme Court now. Omo ye 5. Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Saki Tokonu. She is the Chief Justice. Justice Mariama Owusu. She's a judge. Senior judge at the Supreme Court. Justice Avril Lovelace Johnson. She's also a judge at the Supreme Court. Justice Professor Henrietta Joy Abena Nyakum Mensa Bonsu. She's also at the Supreme Court. And Justice Barbara F. Aka Yensu. She is also at the Supreme Court. Team, stay with me. Now, Mr. P, stay with me. Mr. S, stay with me. My first question to these judges, there's one judge I'm sending these questions to, and we are going to cut this piece. The judge now, Owasa Emma Wimuno, also Obabon Tibe answer. There are videos, there are car numbers, there are pictures, there are text messages. Nobody is God in Ghana. Say Papa a friend Papa Anyashia, Bonnie a friend Bonnie Anyashi. Now, which Supreme Court judge or your bar, which one of you goes to sleep at McCarthy Hill? Which one of you Supreme Court judges you say you are married goes to sleep at McCarthy Hill? Second question. Which of you Supreme Court judges or your bar, the place you go to sleep, the gentleman now Okodanifino, that gentleman was going through a divorce, and you, the judge, are one of the female Supreme Court judges. You actually got that gentleman a lawyer. Question number 3. You, this Supreme Court judge, your bar, sir, Nipa 5, you are about 15 years older than this gentleman. You are about 15 years old. You are older. You are 15 years older than this gentleman. That's question number 3. Question 4, and this is a specific question. There is a place near the Swiss school, near Ekufuadu's place. You, this woman, have you been sharing bed in that neighborhood with a member of parliament? Listen, there is a specific place near the Swiss school. It's very near to Ekufuadu's place. You, the Supreme Court judge, you are a woman. You say you are married. You have been sharing bed with another politician. I'm giving you specifics so that you know that I know what I'm talking about. Who is this gentleman? Question number 5. Now, let me go more deeper. The gentleman you, this chief person you are seeing, the person you, this judge, you are seeing in Ghana is a businessman. He's rich. He's less educated. You, this woman judge, you go to this man's house. And the funny thing is you leave the house 5 a.m. every morning. 5 a.m. The gentleman's name is Emmanuel. For some reason, I'm not going to add the second one. He is linked to some kind of milk in Ghana. The gentleman is called Emmanuel. He is linked to some kind of product in Ghana, milk product in Ghana. His name is Emmanuel. His date of birth is the 31st of March. I'm being specific so that you know what I'm talking about. There are pictures, there are videos, there are chats. Because most of you are saying you are Christians. You are married, you stay with your husband, there's no problem. The gentleman is called Emmanuel. He's linked with a product called milk. This gentleman was born on the 31st of March. He was born on the 31st of March. Okay. You always leave this place at 5 a.m. You change cars. So we have about 3 car numbers and the 3 cars that you use in going and coming every time. Now this is specific. What was Afar doing at you, the judge's place near Wireless around Cantonment? What was Afar doing at your place? What was Afar doing at Wireless around Cantonment? What was Afar doing at your place? On the 11th of November, Papa Anyashia, Bonnie Anyashi. I will meet you tomorrow. We will discuss Ghana. We will defend this country. We will protect our democracy, and we will make sure this country is taken away from criminals. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. My producers are called the Ghost Team. We will be back tomorrow. Cheers.
Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.